Hi, this is Trey Pastor. They released a sneak peek from DC, from Superman the movie. I don't know if this is the footage that they released at CinemaCon, which I think was 5 minutes too. So I think this is the same footage that they released the other day. You know, they showed to the the theater owners and stuff, and the regular people that were there and stuff. So because this is almost 5 minutes, it's 4 minutes and 51 seconds. So I'm super stoked for this. And I wonder if they're going to show a shortened version of this when that Minecraft movie opens up, I think tomorrow. I think that's why they released it, because you're probably going to have a shorter version of it that they released with that. But I'm looking forward to it. I heard a little bit of the description of some of the content, so I'm just hoping to see how it plays out. And I am beyond super pumped for this movie, and I have total faith in James Gunn at all to deliver a really good movie. Okay, so let's get to it. Please hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll be right back with my reaction. Okay, let me put my headphones on. Okay, here we go. Right now, go. DC Studios. Fortress. Whoa. Whoa. That's a hard landing. Jesus. He got messed up. The fact that he's bleeding. Gee. Crypto, come on. Yep, here he comes. That's great. Whoa. Jesus. Jesus. Whoa. Whoa. Jesus.
Crypto. Take me home. Home.
Oh, jeez, he's in pain. Yeah.
Crypto. Home.
There you go. Whoa! Whoa! Fortress. Jesus. Whoa. Man, that's awesome. That's great. That's awesome. Whoa, what is that? Robots, Jesus. Whoa.
Thank you.
No need to thank us, sir, as we will not appreciate it. We have no consciousness whatsoever. Merely automatons here to serve. Meet 12. She's new.
He looked at me.
14 fractured bones.
Jesus.
Damage to bladder, kidney, large intestine,
Jesus.
lungs.
With a healthy dose of yellow sun, we'll have you up and at 'em in no time.
Oh, man.
Level 4?
292 times Saharan Prime, please, one.
Whoa. Jesus.
He's back.
Whoa.
Superman.
Whoa. Film for IMAX. Yeah. That was cool. I like that. That was nice. Oh man, that was nice. I like seeing the, especially the part with Crypto. That was unintentionally funny, but that was But because he's a dog, he's a happy, so he doesn't realize obviously that he's hurt, but he's just jumping around, bouncing around, and then when he goes to the fortress, looks awesome, and then taking him to the and then those robots that take care of him. And I still think one of his Jor-El's consciousness is in one of those robots or something, because you see Superman being so emotional in that picture that you see of him holding the trailer holding the rope. I think that's after I think Luthor and the engineer and the clone go they go into the fortress, and I think they wreck stuff. They take still technology and they wreck stuff, and they wreck the robots probably. And again, I think that the guy with the U, it's a clone. It's probably David Cornsweet playing that clone, and eventually that mask is gonna come off, and then you're gonna see him be revealed. And then I don't know if they're gonna eventually turn him into Bizarro, because I think he's probably gonna degenerate or something like that, and then be Bizarro. But again, James Gunn knows what he's doing. Okay, like I said, I have total faith in James Gunn. The movie's gonna have humor in it, okay, but not stupid humor. It's gonna have just stuff that make you laugh, but not take away from that make the movie just completely comedic. Okay, James Gunn knows what he's doing. Okay, he knows how to balance the humor with the seriousness and stuff, and I think that's really really good. They give us that sneak peek. I think there was supposed to be more. Maybe they might have showed more in the Comic-Con. Excuse me, at CinemaCon, because I think I heard the one guy talking about what it was in it. He did talk about the robots and about Crypto jumping up and down on him and stuff, and him taking him back to the fortress and stuff, and the robots and stuff. But I think he was also talking about a few scenes with Lois, I think. But I don't know if that's, maybe they saw that, because that first bit, I don't know how long that bit was, and then they showed basically the trailer from the the teaser trailer. They just showed scenes basically of the teaser trailer. They just showed basically the teaser trailer at the second part of this. But I liked what we got in the beginning part of it. And again, like I said, Superman, that fight in the stadium, I'm looking forward to seeing how that because he gets, you hear what that robot was saying, bladder and all that stuff he took a beating, okay? Because I think initially it's supposed to be him and Mr. Terrific, I think, fighting the engineer and the clone. And I think at some point, I think the Mr. Terrific either gets knocked out or something, or maybe maybe Superman tells him to leave because he knows this, that these people, engineer and the clone is strong enough to kill him if he's hurting Superman. So maybe he tells Mr. Terrific, you got to get out of here. And then Superman takes that beating, and then you see that one. I remember in the behind the scenes shooting, you see when they saw the filming of it, and you see Superman like being surrounded by the engineer and that clone, and he just then he just takes off. And I think that's the scene you see in the beginning of the other trailer with him flying off, messed up, just basically just barely surviving and crash landing there. And I think maybe that's when Luthor and the engineer and the clone follow him there. I think they follow him out there. I don't know if they put something on him or they can track him somehow, and they follow him to the fortress. And while Superman is healing, they could be in there wrecking stuff. Wrecking stuff. And then maybe that's when Superman, after he's finished healing, he goes and he finds the robots and everything destroyed and all that stuff. And you see Superman being emotional, holding that one robot. And I know they say that Jor-El, who's going to be, what's his name? Bradley Cooper. I think they say he's in the beginning of the movie. So I don't know if he's in the later part of the movie either. Because I think why else is Superman be so emotional? But maybe, again, like I said, that's his last ties to his home world. And Luthor just destroys that. So, of course, he's going to be emotional and stuff. And maybe these, like I said, these robots can, maybe even telling him about his father and stuff. So maybe, and these robots being destroyed, you know, that of course that would make Superman emotional. So, you know, this last bit of his heritage, you know, wiped out. Okay, which would be messed up. Okay, again, I got a feeling this movie is going to be good. Again, James Gunn knows how to put the right mix of comedy in there, you know, and nice drama and all that stuff. Again, that part in the beginning was with Crypto, you know, jumping all up and down him because it's a dog. Dogs are playful and they like to play around until, you know, Superman has to tell, you know, take me home. And I like the way the fortress rose up. That was nice. Okay, and again, I like the robots. And again, Superman, James Gunn knows what he's doing. He's a big comic fan, and I think he's going to deliver a really good movie. And I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. And I do still wonder if we're going to get an actual trailer with dialogue besides this little sneak peek. I wonder if we're actually going to get, because say it's April now, right? So you got May, June, and July. So I do wonder if we're going to get another trailer, you know, separate and apart from this. I do wonder if that's going to happen. Okay, which I would actually like to see. You know, especially once, you know, dialogue with Superman talking and Clark and Lois talking, stuff like that, and Luthor talking, stuff like that. I definitely want to see that. And that would be the final trailer. I don't want to see any more after that. You know, I want to actually see a trailer of them and Superman talking with the other heroes like Lantern, Hawkgirl, and Mr. Terrific. Okay, that's what I'm looking forward to. But anyway, let me know what you think of this sneak peek. I really enjoyed that sneak peek, especially again, Crypto jumping up and down on Superman. He's messed up, and again, that just shows you the seriousness, and that's why I think that costume man has to be a clone of Superman. I think it has to be, because who else could hurt Superman? Okay, who else could physically hurt him except another version of himself? Okay, that's why I think it has to be a clone of Superman. I think that's why he has the mask on, so you can't see what he looks like until a very strategic moment in the movie where he gets his mask pulled off or something, or he takes it off, and then we see that he has the face of David Cornsweet, and David Cornsweet is going to be playing that opposite, which I think will eventually turn into Bizarro, I think. And just like I also think that Metamorpho may be that kaiju. He may be that kaiju, because I know Metamorpho can change into different things, but I wonder if it could, because we haven't seen anything except that one image of that what I think is him. So I wonder if he turns into that kaiju. Just speculation about that, but I definitely am looking forward to this, and I definitely think that reveal is going to be not Metam, you know, Bizarro. You know, that'll be David Cornsweet playing Bizarro and stuff. And I don't know if they'll, you know, besides that one fight they're gonna have in the stadium, if they're gonna fight again or something, or maybe Bizarro, when he starts, maybe he turns on Luthor, which I can see happening as well. And I know the engineer, I think, is going to turn on Luthor as well in this movie. Okay, but anyway, let me know what you think of this sneak peek of Superman. What do you think of it? Feel free to leave comments down below. I'll leave a link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. Also have a link to my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram. Also have a link to my other channel, Paul Views and Opinions. If you check that out as well. Also have a link down below to my Patreon. Again, Patreon's on $5 a month. Over 200 videos on there. 5-minute preview clips of all the content that I have on there. Follow the link. It'll take you there. Also have a link down below to my merchandise store where I sell hats, t-shirts, mugs, sweatshirts, hoodies, water bottles for men, for women, unisex stuff. Follow the link. It'll take you to the store. That's another way for you to support me. Also, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel, and I truly appreciate it. Also, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when I upload new content to this channel. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long, and take care.